And for my next miracle?
You're going to need a miracle, James, to explain where you've been all week.
Oh, Moneypenny, let me tell you the secret of the world.
You'll have time for that later, 007. Step into my office immediately.
What you can also do is search certain things, and sometimes you'll find schematics, apparently a coat. You have wardrobes in this game, but they don't do anything, really. I don't really know why they're here. There's like one time in the game where it's useful, but that's about it. They're also really into the whole decade and preservation part. So that guy is actually M, not Judi Dench, the one, you know, with Pierce Brosnan. And this is old school Moneypenny. Moneypenny is apparently a phone.
M is waiting for you, James.
No, he's not, honey.
Don't keep M waiting.
Excuse me?
M doesn't like to be kept waiting. Behave, James.
I'll show you behaving.
M doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Come on, say it.
Don't keep M waiting. M doesn't like to be kept...
Fine! Fuck you! I'll talk to stupid M! Alright, I gotta be quiet, 'cause plot.
It seems you have an admirer, a woman in Istanbul, Tatiana Romanova, who's fallen quite in love with you.
But I've never even heard of a Tatiana Romanova.
Of course, girls do fall in love with pictures of film stars.
But not a Russian cipher clerk with a file photo of a British agent.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
No, it's some sort of trap.
Precisely, and the bait is a brand new Lector, a Soviet decoder machine.
The CIA has been after one of those for years.
And so have we. When she contacted Kerim Bey, head of Station T in Turkey, she said she wanted to defect, and she'd turn over the Lector to us on one condition: that you went to Istanbul and brought her and the machine back to England.
The whole thing is so fantastic, it just might be true.
You're booked on the 8:30 flight to Istanbul. Q is waiting for you.
Cool, so let's go. The other part is I can't hear too much.
James, get down to Q Lab.
No!
Get down to Q Lab, you. James, get down to Q Lab.
Is she not gonna say it?
James, get down to Q Lab.
Fuck! Alright, so what I was trying to do is, there's one point, and this is just funny to me because my roommate was there at the time. I was playing this and she was like, James, you're hovering. And I was like, I'll show you hovering. And my roommate just laughed his ass off because he thought it was funny, and I think it's funny too.
Did you hear about that chap up at Oxford?
Oh, the one who's predicting that one day we'll all have computers on our desktops and be able to communicate on them.
Ridiculous.
Absurd.
Remember that thing about preserving the time period? Yeah, 1963. I love it. It's so stupid and so funny. This game, it really did a good job. Like, use the button, James. Like, it preserved itself quite well, and I'm not gonna lie, that's why I was super psyched when I heard about 007 Legends, because they were like, oh man, it's gonna have the man with the golden gun and Goldfinger and other shit that I don't think those were actually in it, but I was super excited because I thought of this game and I was like, whoa, that'd be great.
Good morning, 007.
Oh, good morning, Q. How have you been? Busy inventing things?
Not as busy as you've been destroying them. Follow me, 007, and try not to break anything.
Now, I don't need to show this stuff, but I'm going to show it anyway, just because this game has so much character, personality, and it just fits it so well, and that's really what I'm trying to be expressing, is that it knows who it is, and that's why I love it. So...
Pay attention, 007. This is a rappel belt with a grapple and rope that will allow you to scale walls. Of course, there are still some kinks to be worked out. This is something I'm particularly proud of, 007. This is the Q-copter, light, agile, television equipped for surveillance.
Oh, I can see how you might get a rise out of it.
So grow up, 007.
See, I love that. That's so great. Like, it just captures exactly what this franchise is, and it's great, and I love it. And I'm very sad that Activision is now in charge of James Bond games because they're all fucking terrible.
Typical terrorist situation, 007. There's a bomb somewhere in the training area. You have to find it, equipped only with your laser watch and guns.
And that's the other thing, is they actually make the laser watch have a purpose in this game. They did an okay job in Nightfire, you know, it was good, but this one I feel like feels probably the more beneficial because you're using it in more than just a single fucking mission. Did I check this already? I don't remember if I did. Okay, I didn't. And you can check certain things, you know, if you replay the mission. It'll... Ow! Bullets are entering my body. It'll, you'll never be able to pick up a certain pair of schematics twice. So if you ever have the ability to search something again, it's either ammo or probably something you missed. More than likely ammo. Just throwing that out there. I also like how you have specific combat moves for these robots. I think that's pretty cool. Like, that's just great. I love it. Alright, please stop shooting at me. It's very not nice. I actually have ammo for the SMG. I'm incredibly surprised. Body armor, that's good. Ooh, let's do this. You know what? Let's use the SMG. That's the obvious convenience about one, is that it ends lives quickly, including those of robots. Which I think is interesting that, like, when you look at this, you probably don't think anything of it, but to me it's like, you know, they're trying to put James Bond in an actual a situation where his life is technically at risk. Was this the way I had to go? Son of a bitch, it was. But, you know, imagine that. Like, imagine being in a real-life situation. It's like, well, hey, you're being put up against, you know, literal bullets or something. I know, it's dumb, it's a game, but still. This thing, the attaché case, you can find some of them, and what they do is, well, if you press, you see the button down there, and you see the button up there, so I gotta wait for an R, and then I just push it, and this helps you get research points, so you can use to upgrade and stuff. And if you're quick enough, you can double tap certain buttons. There's a lot of them, I don't know where they all are, and they progressively get harder, so any ones that I get, I will probably edit out, because I don't know if you guys are going to care to watch me do it over and over, but I do feel like the points are beneficial to have, so that's why I want to do it. I just don't know if it's appropriate to show it or not, that's all. Oh, you're still alive. And by still alive, I mean you're a different robot, but you're alive. I'm pretty sure this is ammo, just because I remember it not being schematics. I have eaten my own words. And this is technically still part of the Hedgemaze level, just in case you're curious. So there's no Bond move for this, it's just a very clever tutorial. And that's kind of what I meant when I said this level's kind of longish. But we're at the end. Yeah, you can do that too. There's a lot of things you can interact with. And then if you walk up here, you just, excuse me, press hold A and James Bond will look and appreciate the bomb. And then take it.
Congratulations, 007. Your training is complete. Now use this device to get yourself to Istanbul.
An airline ticket. How ingenious.
I expect you to return my equipment, along with the Lector device, in pristine condition.
I'll bring it back. From Russia with love.
So there we go. That is done. And as you see, we now have the laser watch from now on, and the next level is ready. There's your target time and obvious target difficulty. And if, you know, 12 minutes is considered fast, you know, let that be a clue on how long these levels can typically be. there's a lot of things I'm trying to like make sure I say, and I don't think I've said it yet. But another thing I kind of like about this, which, you know, it's not really anything to do with the game as much as is like that's just the way the story was developed, was this is one of the few times where a James Bond game film is a direct sequel. This being a direct sequel to Dr. No. That being the ambition for the enemies and all that shit like that. I have 45 research points. Let's go ahead and upgrade our armor then. That'll make it longer. Oh, no, we're just shy. Yeah, no, like, typically with James Bond stuff, it's just like, oh, here's another story. As to where this game, it's, you know, a direct sequel. The only other one I can think of off the top of my head is anything to do with Blofeld, because he was around for, I think, 4 or 5 movies. He was the guy with the cat, for those of you who don't know. The super famous scene. And Casino Royale. Those are the only ones I can think of. Everything else is just kind of a random story that just coincidentally turns out this way. I'm going to end the part here because some fucker out there is using his car, and I don't want to risk that being heard in the next episode. So I'll see you guys later. Die!